Then there's the third type of equality, which shouldn't even be called equality. It's really equity, or equity of outcome, which is to take from one group to another and to blame discrimination for that disparity. That is evil, and it must be opposed at all costs. If I gave $100 to every single person in this room and you came back, some people would go buy some stock on Robinhood, other people would go out and have a nice time at the bar, and other people would just lose the money. When you have liberty, outcomes will be different.
What's up, amazing people of YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. My name is Elaru, your host, and today I'm back with another video checker with you guys. This is called Charlie Kirk Sets Do Gooder Straight. Okay. We all know the drill. We know how Charlie does. We all know the drill. We know how Charlie does his stuff. So let's just check this one out.
My generation, for our entire lives, every conversation about equality has been one like a seesaw. We're taught that you must push one side down to bring the other side up. And that's something that we know is really, it's inherently discriminatory and it's inherently immoral to think that way. So my question is, as a generation, how can we try to overcome that in this country? And how can we teach our children and the next generations better?
Go first.
Yeah, it's important to define what equality means. They're using this new word and they're letting it slip, which is their real goal, which is equity. There's a difference. So equality under the law is moral and it is essential. It is the tenets of William Blackstone to John Locke to the brilliance of the founding fathers. It is the basis behind the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, and the Sixth Amendment, and yes, the First Amendment as well, which is that you have a right to be free, you have a right to be assumed innocent until the state can prove otherwise against you, which is the rule of law that we take for granted in our country. And equality under the law is essential and moral. And there's a second type of equality, equality of opportunity. It is admirable. We should strive towards this. This is why Candace and I are advocates of school choice. We're advocates of rebuilding the American family, of increasing literacy. We're never going to quite get to equality of opportunity, but we can get close and we can make attempts towards it. Then there's the third type of equality, which shouldn't even be called equality. It's really equity, or equity of outcome, which is to take from one group to another and to blame discrimination for that disparity. That is evil, and it must be opposed at all costs. If I gave $100 to every single person in this room and you came back, some people would go buy some stock on Robinhood, other people would go out and have a nice time at the bar, and other people would just lose the money. When you have liberty, outcomes will be different. It's a hard thing to say, but people will be rewarded for good choices and they'll be penalized for bad choices. That's the price of liberty. And so it's very important that we communicate the differences between equality under the law, equality of opportunity, and then equity, which is really forced redistributionism for a desired result, which is nothing more than a totalitarian power grab.
Wow. Right, and I'll just add to that one of the underlining, more sinister motives that the left is really after, and the institutions are after, and professors are after, is this idea of collectivizing, right? And to teach you that there's no differences between you and the person next to you, because you guys should all end up the same, and everyone should start the same, end up the same, and that couldn't be further from the truth. And remove race from the equation. Do you or include race? Do you think that LeBron James and I had the same advantages in life on the basketball court? He's a monster. You know, I mean, he's a giant guy, right? And so he was born with certain advantages that other people are not born with, right? And so you have to realize that when the left is doing these sorts of things, what they're really after is trying to teach this idea of sameness, like we don't have different tastes, which is what Charlie is hinting at when he says, if I gave everybody $100, everybody in this room would do something different with those $100. They don't want you to be an individual, and they're trying to teach us there's something harmful and wrong and backwards about individuality. And also at the same time, they're trying to shame you, to make people that are successful to feel shameful about that. It's even in our language, it's coded in our language to make us feel shameful about success. You know, selfishness, that's selfish. You hear that over and over and over again. You have to take care of yourself first, right? Your family second. You bring up talking about how do we make things better in the future. Take care of yourself, and that's really a Socratic idea there, right? Socrates in the very beginning walked around and said to people, how are you doing? Take care of yourself. But what he really meant is that make sure you're doing work individually. Until you are a good person and you are on your own 2 feet, you should not be seeking to change the entire world. Make sure your home is in order before you try to step into somebody else's and make a difference. So really ignore those professors, focus on yourself, and you'll be able to do better in the long run to help others.
Man, bro, That is wisdom. That right there, that is wisdom. You see, I love the way Charlie breaks down stuff. I love the way he takes his time to explain to whoever presents him to question that, okay, this is what you're saying, this is what it actually is, then this is what it's meant to be. Now, this guy's question was more like, in society, they are taught that one part must be pulled down for the other to come up, and that's wrong. You don't deliberately pull someone down. First off, you don't deliberately pull them down. That's a very selfish move. Then he said, then again, equality is important and everyone should be equal. See, hard fact is that everyone can't be equal. Standing on the example that Candace Owens put there, LeBron James in the basketball court. I mean, this guy is tall, very tall. It's just logical to think that he's going to have more advantages than someone who is way shorter. And using that as an example, you can see that she really stands no chance there. Standing also on the example that Charlie gave, if you give everyone in the room $100, they are all going to use it to do something entirely different. Some useful, some productive and useful, if I want to phrase it like that. Some utterly wasteful, while some negligent. Productive and useful in the sense that they want to invest it, buy some stocks, do what they can to double the money. Others would want to, it's my time to ball. I'm going to hit the bar, get some drinks, just live the life. While the rest, they might just even lose the money. There's also an example in the Bible when a king gave his 2 servants money. It's not money they said per se, but he gave them 2 shares. And one servant went and dug his own inside the ground and covered it up, waiting for the master to return. The other, who was given the same amount of shares, reinvested it and got 3 times the amount for his master. When the master came, he praised the one who reinvested and punished the one who dug it up. You see, this is just to say that people would work based on what is presented to them and what they think of the situation. To the first guy's mind, he was meant to keep the money. To the other guy, he was meant to reinvest and make the money surplus. That's the reason why people can't particularly be equal in some sense. If I'm to borrow the word equity from Charlie, people will always do things differently. People will sometimes pull themselves down with the choices they made. It's kind of like the balance of life. They will literally pull themselves down with the choices they make, while others would uplift themselves with the choices they make. And just as Candace Owens said, the people on the left want to make equality seem like everyone can do the same thing and achieve the same result. See, 5 people would cook the same dish, and each of those dishes would taste different. Let's use, jollof rice, for example. 5 people would cook jollof rice, and that rice from each of them is going to come out tasting differently. They make it seem like when someone is successful, when someone is climbing up that ladder, be it him being in a position to, help others or not, they term him as selfish. They term him as being privileged. They term him as being partial. But what they fail to tell you is that you You, me, I, your personality, you as an individual, you are solely in charge of everything around your life, if I'm to put it that way. The choices you make actually aid in the formation of your outcome. Everyone can't make the same choices. Everyone can't make the same mistakes. Everyone can't learn the same lessons. So, everyone wants equality, or they want equality. But the truth is, you can't actually get equality on a 100% scale. That's just how I feel. But guys, please tell us what you think about this in the comment section. And of course, please leave a thumbs up for us at the end of this video. If you're just joining this channel for the first time, please click that bell button to be notified when we drop a new video on this channel. And of course, subscribe to follow us for more updates. Thank you, beautiful people, for watching. Stay safe and God bless.